I learned about TV journalism watching you in the Balkans, right? Like that was my window into these things. I thought that was totally normal. It's not. It was extraordinary. But the 40 years, like, what stands out to you?
Well, here's the thing. 40 years ago, I was a desk assistant. So I joined CNN, you know, out of college practically and went there. But I really knew that this was the kind of reporting I wanted to do. I went with a mission to be a foreign correspondent, you know, go to the world's crises and try to explain them to people, try to make them relevant to the American people and the rest of our global audience. And on the one hand, it's a massive adventure. On the other hand, a huge responsibility, given CNN's massive and important platform and its reach. But I feel that, you know, it's a cliche, but you really do have to shine that light in places where many don't go. Iran has always been a pariah. I'm half Iranian. You know, ever since I started work, I've sort of had to juggle and straddle this position, having empathy for those who are victims of that regime, including wrongfully detained Americans. And so when I got the chance, for instance, to interview Siamak Namazi, you know, I jumped at it. I did not know what the consequence to him would be. That was my biggest fear. What would the consequence be to him? Nobody has ever done that before, called out. He had phone privileges by virtue of being in there for 8.5 years. He had moved from, you know, harsh, solitary confinement into a more, well, less harsh, and with the other fellow Americans. But as you say, the Balkans, that taught me what it means to tell the truth, that in the Balkans, when there was a clear aggressor, the Serbian regime of Slobodan Milosevic, a clear victim, the Bosnian state that had just declared independence, wanted to be democratic, pro-Western, it is the first war in Europe since World War II, not Ukraine, Russia. That was it. And there were war crimes, and I learned there to be truthful, not neutral.